Welcome to Baz Travels. After driving 14,826 kilometers through 24 states and Washington DC, I've seen rocket launches to the Grand Canyon and Hoover Dam. I've explored Route 66, ghost towns, deserts, snow, and beaches on both coasts. From Vegas casinos to Alcatraz, the White House to Hollywood. Join me for a journey of the ordinary and the extraordinary.
Loading destination. Simulation starting in 3, 2, 1. To look around, move your phone or tablet. Click and drag if on a computer or move your head if using a VR headset. Please like and subscribe.
Michigan Avenue works because it concentrates movement, commerce, and visibility in a single corridor. And that combination is what turns it into one of the most valuable streets in the city. This is not just a road, it is a system where location, access, and density reinforces each other. The section known as the Magnificent Mile developed as a commercial spine that connects the loop to the north side, and that position is critical. It sits between major residential areas, business districts, and the lakefront, which means it captures movement from multiple directions at once. That constant flow of people is what supports the level of retail concentration you see here. High-end stores, flagship locations, and large commercial spaces cluster along this street because the exposure is consistent and predictable. The width of the avenue also plays a role. It is designed to handle both heavy traffic and large numbers of pedestrians, but those two systems are kept separate enough to function without constant conflict. Sidewalks are wide, intersections are frequent, and crossings are controlled, which allows people to move along the street without slowing vehicle flow too much. This balance is not accidental. It is part of how the street was designed to operate. The buildings along Michigan Avenue reflect different periods of development, and that layering creates a visual timeline of the city. Older structures sit next to modern glass towers, and that contrast shows how the area has evolved without being rebuilt all at once. Height and density increase as you move along the corridor, and that is tied directly to land value. The closer a building is to this street, the more valuable the space becomes, because it benefits from the visibility and access the avenue provides. This creates a feedback loop. High value attracts development, development increases activity, and increased activity reinforces the value of the location. The connection to the DuSable Bridge is another key part of how the system works. That bridge links the commercial intensity of Michigan Avenue with the loop, allowing movement to continue without interruption across the river. Without that connection, the corridor would be split, and the flow of people and traffic would be reduced. Instead, the bridge maintains continuity and keeps the system functioning as a single unit. What makes Michigan Avenue effective is that it's not dependent on a single feature. It works because multiple systems are aligned, including transport, retail, and urban design. That alignment allows the street to handle large volumes of movement while still functioning as a destination rather than just a route. The result is a corridor that operates continuously, with activity driven by both local use and tourism, and that combination keeps it active at all times of the day.
Simulation terminated. Please comment, like and subscribe.